In my last session, I gave you the one rule that rules them all when it comes to creating your brand message for your marketing efforts. 1RE² SAG. If you haven't seen it, please click in the link above or in the show notes below. But in the last video, I gave you a quick and simple introduction to the principles behind the rule. In today's video, I'll go a bit deeper on the first part, the one message, why it matters, and what you should focus on when creating your brand narrative. Because after all, we don't want to waste people's time, regardless of if we are given access or disrupting their day. We have their attention, so let's make the most of it. Do I have your attention? What's up, my friend? Arnt Eriksen here with yet another 5-Minute Friday. I defined a while back my personal vision statement, which is to use my knowledge, curiosity, and passion to make a positive impact on people around me. So here I am. Now, I need to ask you for a small favor in return. It's quite simple and takes minimum effort, but it makes a huge difference. Subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and more importantly, I want you to take part in the conversation. So please leave a comment below or reach out on Twitter or Instagram. It's @ArntEriksen everywhere. Now that's out of the way, let's just jump into it. Like I mentioned in the previous video, the first and very important part of the formula is to make sure you have one message, and only one. Not two, not five, but one clear message. The one thing you want your target audience to pay attention to, because the more you try to squeeze in, the more important messages you try to bombard the receiver with, you will fail before you even get past the first second of attention. There is clear proof that consumers don't get it. From research done by Millward Brown, a subsidiary of Kantar, the global research giant, Millward Brown's specialty is measuring the effectiveness of advertising, and they offer their client service called Link, which measures how consumers respond to advertising copy across many dimensions. Using Link, Millward Brown was able to determine how well ads featuring single to multiple messages manage to get any single message through to the consumer. By adding a second message to an ad, the probability of consumers perceiving either of them drops from 100% for single message ad to only 65% with two messages. If you then have 4 messages added to the ad, the best likelihood of a message getting through to consumers drops to 43%. There are many businesses out there that I see hurting their image by trying to communicate a patchwork of services and products. All the messages may be fantastic, but when they are thrown together in different places with no consistency, it can really hurt your company's image. You should focus on one cohesive brand message for all channels, so your customers know exactly what you stand for, even if things change from time to channel to product line. Don't miss out on opportunities for growth by not maintaining consistency or clarity with what is being said about them across all mediums and platforms. A cohesive advertising message will help you be more memorable as well. Picture this. It's a beautiful Sunday morning. You are in the kitchen and you want to make delicious omelette with your partner. So you get a bowl and tools to whisk together things. And your better half goes to the fridge and, deciding to be a bit playful this morning, tosses you the eggs and tells you to catch them. Freeze frame. Okay, 2 scenarios are going to be played out. 1. Your partner tosses you 5 eggs all at once. So let's just assume you're a normal human being and not a circus artist of sorts. So the panic that arises in your brain as you try to catch all of them is vivid and terrifying. In the complete stress and confusion of the situation, you don't manage to catch any of them, and they all fall smack to the floor and make a total disaster to clean up. Plus, no omelette. And those were the last eggs you had. Now, let's try that again with the second scenario. This time, your partner tosses the eggs to you one by one. Most likely you will catch all of them easily, or maybe one will fall to the ground, giving you both a bit of a laugh, but you still caught 4 out of 5 eggs. So now you can make that delicious omelette. You both are very satisfied and pleased with the breakfast moment, with a bit of fun and laughter as well. I explain all of this in detail in my book, Brand You Economics, with supporting case studies and more. If you want to get a copy, there's a link below. According to the feedback and reviews from people that bought the copy, say that the book provides good value. So please get one if you feel like it. Not now, but after you've seen this video. It's safe to say that focusing on one message at a time will make it easier for the receiver to grasp, take in, and act upon whatever you want them to do. Agreed? Let me give you a brand example. Absolute Vodka. Despite having no distinct shape, Absolut made their iconic vodka bottle the most recognizable bottle in the world. Their In the Wild campaign, which featured print ads showing the bottle shape in various ways around the world, was so successful that they didn't stop running it for 25 years, being the longest uninterrupted ad campaign ever, featuring more than 1,500 separate ads. Why change a working formula, right? When the campaign started, their market share was around 2%. By the late 2000s, when the campaign was ended, Absolut was importing 4.5 million cases per year, or half of all imported vodka in the US. Why is it important, and what does this mean for your business? It means that you should focus on the most strategically important message to get across to your target audience to the greatest extent possible. It doesn't matter if your product looks boring. You can still tell your story in a compelling way. Again, Absolut created 1,500 ads about a bottle. The campaign was a huge success because it struck to the values and the original USP of the Absolut brand. Pure. One message, it's that simple. So think about it and write down all the USPs or benefits you provide for your customers. Did you notice I said benefits, not features? You see, features are important to you because you are proud of your product and services, but your customers don't really care. They care about what's in it for them. What is the benefit you offer that will make their lives better, easier, and more enjoyable? It's not about you, but them. So write down all of them and then do a hard call on selecting the one you will matter the most in the beginning. Try, test, iterate, and if it fails, then move on to the next. And if it works, great. Now you have the first part of the one rule locked in. That's it for this 5-Minute Friday session. Thank you again for giving me your time and attention. I do hope I managed to inform, enlighten, and entertain you. If you like this video, please consider giving it a good thumbs up. If you like the style of the video, hit that subscribe button while you're at it. It actually makes a difference. Grab a copy of my book, brandyoueconomics.com, and in the next session, I'll talk about the second part of the rule in more detail, how to make it relevant. Until then, be safe, stay awesome, and I'll see you in the next video. Last session I gave you the one rule, with a simple introduction to the principle behind the rule. In today's video, I'll go a bit deeper on the first part, the one message, why it matters, and what you should focus on when creating your brand narrative.